busy, and we're ready to rumble. Here we are, and we're back in the house. And today I'm going to say welcome to Food for Thought. Something new. I'm so happy to see you, everyone here on the channel. Nice that I see familiar faces, or at least names here in the chat. So welcome, everyone. Thanks for making it over. We have not lost our balcony banter team, not at all. Look, here we have in color, live on the balcony, Christine and Tim Dowd. So give it a wave. And of course, live from Dundee and with some thunder and lightning in the back, Mr. Ian Miller.
Never mind in the back, Julie. It's for real, just outside the window. Thunder and lightning.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh wow!
Real.
Wow.
It's grease lightning, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, good. I'm happy to see you all after that mini break that we had. I don't even know, 3 weeks ago. That was the last time we went on my channel, I think.
I think
Live.
it was because you missed 1 week and we were the other week. So
Yes. So
Yep.
3 weeks. So I'm really pleased to see you all. So let's see who is in the chat. Who was first? Ian at home. Johnny, Watson, Pauline. Yeah, welcome here. We have Denise Pearson. So yes, we were just saying that Tim and Christina are on the sunny balcony, and here in Puerto de la Cruz. I'm right now in Puerto de la Cruz, as well as Denise and Steve. So today it's a bit cloudy over here, but we have had lovely weather. So we have, it's Craig. He's right now in Mallorca. So I hope you're enjoying yourself. David Butler is in the house, and Marie, and a few more coming in. Derek Walker. We got Julie Wade. We got Dane Duffus. Thank you, Dane, for your emails and updates. So I'm glad to see you all here. Tonight, we left the topic a little bit open. So it's food for thought. That's the concept that we would like to introduce. It's very similar, basically, to our types of discussions that we have on Balcony Banter every Wednesday. Yes, tied to what I'm doing work-wise as a holistic mentor, always discussing a topic that might be of interest as well for you guys in your own lives. And you can probably all speak from your own experience in the chat. The more you get involved, the more, the better and the merrier, of course. So we hope that you find it interesting, the topics that we will be discussing tonight. I think we are gonna touch upon a topic that we both, Ian and I, were discussing quite a while back, and which ties into some other topics we had earlier on this year about stress and how to manage stress. Stress management is always a big thing, and I think many of us can relate to it. So, Ian, would you like to just give us a few words?
Thank you, Julianne. All right. Welcome, everybody. Just speaking about taking the thing food for thought there. Some of the topics that we have touched on recently is responsibility, the hustle culture, the terror barrier, and most important to you all is the feedback that we get from yourselves. The last month was the Mental Health Foundation's Stress Awareness Month. So the full idea for tonight was to discuss stress management. But we'll leave it open, and you can come in with anything, any thoughts that you have. It was also stress management. It was also highlighted by one of our viewers via email to me. there is often emails coming in from the different viewers, and this particular viewer highlighted stress management. What I was asked is, so what is stress? Stress is our body's response to pressure from different situations in your life. Different situations arising, say, in your workplace. Remember, we talked about the hustle culture. Stress can arise from that. Speaking personally, it's also found in large organizations, particularly with customer-facing groups. You find stress there. Not only large groups, it's also found in small groups. It can be found in the supermarkets. It can be found in hospitality. Students come under stress. You even get stress at school. Think about it. Some of the kids come home nowadays and say, "Oh, I'm stressed out. I can't manage it." It's, as I say, it's found in everyday life. It's worse at the moment, especially with the cost of living crisis. I think this stresses people out terribly. So, I'll ask you guys, what does it feel like? Do you feel...
Yeah, David. Sorry to interrupt. David is saying eating too much food might be a symptom. Stress or not able to eat could also be a symptom. Yes, absolutely, David. Yeah, either or.
Yeah,
Either or, yes.
Yeah, good show.
Exactly.
I take that comment personally.
No, I won't say that.
Yep. You're...
It's funny you just see that food. I mean, people crave for a certain type of food, certain type of drink, and really it stresses them out. At the end of the day, I can't get this. I need this. I need this particular cup of coffee.
Yeah.
They get stressed out. It's maybe a lower level of stress, but they're still getting stressed.
Mm-hmm.
I was stressed today for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got up and I had to do my walk, and I forced myself to get up and do the walk, and I had to go and get tea because I'd run out of tea, and I promised a tea for breakfast, so I had to find Tetley tea, which is I don't know where to get it, so I had to think where to get that, and then I had to be back in time because I had to leave to go and film Webby's sports podcast, which I do. He wants me to do every Wednesday now, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. So he's organised everybody for Wednesday, and I said I can't. And then he said, "It'll be all right. You can leave at 5," and it never is. So I left at 5:30, the Palms. I drove home, dropped everything, got Christina into a chair, washed my hands, went to the fridge, and this is the bit now, and I took a bite of chorizo. And I wouldn't have done that. Smelly. Yeah, I couldn't. I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been stressed.
Did you feel better after it?
Definitely.
There you are.
And you were still conscious that you took the bite of chorizo. It's not that you just took it and you don't know anymore about it.
Well, I mean, it was automatic because I was in the fridge anyway, getting the drinks ready, and then the chorizo sort of, it sits in the corner over there, and it goes, "Eat me, eat me."
Yes.
And then I've got to take it, and it's a sort of a manly bite as well, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, I am stress eating at the moment. Maybe.
So we are very privileged, actually, that you are here with us tonight. So thank you.
Not privileged at all. I said to Webby, I have loyalties to people, and I don't break loyalties for new loyalties.
I
So
feel very honored.
No, he understood, and he also sends his love, by the way.
Thank you very much. Hi, Webby.
Yeah. And he asked if you subscribed. I said, I don't think so.
Say again?
He asked if you were subscribed.
Oh, I have to check and find his channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do that, and give it a thumbs up, of course.
Tim, Christine, are you looking for deadly tea bags?
We were looking for, no, we found them in the end. They actually sell them down the bottom here. I was going over.
Oh no!
I mean, it's 40 tea bags. I thought it was 80, but it's only 40.
Okay.
It's 40 tea bags for £3.60. €3.60, sorry. So what's that? 10, about?
That is 8 pence a tea.
About 8 cents a tea. 8 cents a cup of tea.
So we would like to know in the chat of you what in your lives, what were things that stressed you out the most? Like, I mean, there are events in everyone's life that are more stressful than others, and then there is the normal day-to-day stress everyone knows, and we call it life. And then there are certain things like, for instance, this year a lot of things changed in my own personal life. Obviously, the big move from the south to the north of the island after, I think it was 19 years living in the south, and that, or 17 years, 18 years in the south. So that was quite a big change, and also at the same time quite stressful at times, you know, that a move to another place can be stressful as well.
They do say that moving house is second only to a death in the family.
Yeah.
On the level of stress.
Yeah. Moving houses. Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's those are I guess life events. So that's why I would like to know from you guys in the chat.
One of them.
One of them. Yes.
Yeah, the other one's not a bit of a death event, really, isn't it?
Well,
it's just.
Oh, it's the final life event.
Yeah. Divorce is also
divorce is also there, but not as divorce is probably third. Then moving is second to bereavement, I believe.
Yep.
Well, it depends really. I mean, my divorce was very amicable from my first one. You know, she got the house, I got the payment. She got the car, I got the payment. She got the TV, I got the rental. Dead easy.
This,
North Tenerife Man says, change is another one that causes stress. Most of us like our zones and prefer to deal with what we know and can do. Yes, very good. The comfort zones, right? We mentioned that before in other topics we had. The comfort zones are very comfortable. Yes, and once we get out of them, it can be very challenging and stressful at times. And then Marie Alti says, let's see, I stressed when I can't manage my pain in my ankle and knees. Yeah, I can understand that. Physical pain obviously is something then where all the focus goes in. How do you take off that stress, Marie? How do you manage to focus your thoughts on other things in that moment, and not so much on the pain in your body? How is that working out for you, and what do you suggest? What can you probably do? Then We have Anne-Marie says stress occurs for various reasons and take on many symptoms. Physically, mentally, how we treat and deal with stress is so important. Yes, exactly. The how we do deal with it. That's a good point you're making there.
Could I ask Anne, if she gets into a stress situation, how do you deal with it? Personally, Anne.
Yeah.
Pauline's saying that it's Sun Awareness Month. I didn't know that.
Sun Awareness Month.
I'm very aware of the sun down here. And
I bet you are.
Better be.
and they're stressing to wait for the bus to go home. You're watching us at a bus stop, Pauline. Tell everybody in the queue to subscribe to Juliana's channel.
Oh, all the Titsa crew. Julie Wade says, I started a new job, I guess. I started a new job, been there for 3 weeks, work at Asda. They left me on my own for an hour. That was stress. Yep. Customer was calling me. Yep. Customer service is not the easiest. Yeah, and keeping a good attitude and a smiley face at all times is challenging.
Oh no, she said she works at Asda. You don't need a smiley face for that.
And what do we have here?
Okay, my mum worked in Asda. My mum worked in Asda up until 4 weeks before she died.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
On the till. She loved it. She loved it, didn't she? She loved chatting to people and everything.
Yeah.
People used to wait for her. You know, they'd open a new till and they'd say, "No, it's all right. We'll wait for Kath."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually read in a paper the other day that they were opening cashier points where you can have a little chit chat with the cashier.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. So because say again, Chris?
I heard that on the radio.
Yeah.
That there is a place. It's only open special times that they able.
Yeah.
And you can go there for chats and pay for your goods. Pay for your coffee.
Yes.
Nobody
Like, you know,
stay out, hurry up. And
yeah, normally it's like, come on.
That's totally anti-stress then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless it's the only one open.
Yeah.
Well.
So we have Michael McGuinness saying your inability to rationally cope with the circumstances of life is the source of stress. If you are reactive and impulsive, you are in trouble.
Yes. All our fault.
In trouble. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's a good one. I would like to know that too. I was going to ask her that. Thanks, Pauline. What stresses Christine?
if I know I have to get up early in the morning, that's stress.
That's stress.
That's a lot of stress. If I get a doctor's appointment,
Yeah.
and I get up at 8 and be quick getting ready.
Okay. How much time do you usually need in the morning to get the ball rolling?
Let me think. About 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's 1.5 hours after you get up.
Yeah,
You need an hour to get up, don't you?
definitely.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
wake up in the morning and then she sits with the legs up. We got one of these bendy beds, you know. Sits with the legs up for half an hour, don't you? And
Yeah.
then legs down for half an hour, listening to the book or the radio or whatever.
And fall asleep again.
And then you meditate for a little bit. But that's not stressful, is it?
No,
And then
that's
getting up and getting ready and
See,
having
and
brunch.
if I can't do that because I have an appointment.
If you can't, if your routine changes, that's what's stressing it, really.
Yeah.
Or if I've got to go and film Webby and then rush back for for balcony banter and get you out of your chair quick. That's stressful, isn't it?
No, it's
Not stressful. But I'm not cooking tonight. I'm going to go down and get a Chinese.
I thought we're having wisdom.
Yeah, I haven't done them. I haven't done them.
Instead of cooking, really.
It's cooking, yeah. That's too much stress for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So, like you were saying, a disruption of the routine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That of course can cause stress. So,
But I got
so
a new
it's-
routine now for Wednesdays. It just means a lot more to pack into Wednesdays.
yeah. Yeah, but and the doctor's appointment, they are not all the time, Christine.
No.
No.
But do you have that, like, say, for instance, the doctor's appointment, you know full well that in 3 weeks I have a doctor's appointment. Do you already then worry about it all those 3 weeks
No.
beforehand? No. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just stress during the moment, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't stress beforehand.
But we've organized with the neurologist now. Our appointments are always.
Yeah, they're always in the
There you
afternoon,
go.
yeah. So, in fact, our next appointment is on Meetup Monday.
Ooh.
This Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to meet us this Monday, it's sort of cancelled because we're in Santa Cruz. Unless somebody wants to come to Santa Cruz and meet us.
Santa Cruz. Oh, yeah.
Candelaria.
Candelaria. Okay, so
The
let's see what we
university.
have here. Anne-Marie says, I usually share my anxieties with family and close friends, Ian. This usually works for me. Yes, Anne-Marie, it's a very good point you're making there. Sharing and sharing with friends and family who usually understands you or who has good intentions for you. Those are obviously very helpful solutions
I
there.
think a good idea there is just being with somebody at stress and just listening to them. You don't actually have to talk to them. Just listen to them and just let them pour it out, as the saying is. And you'll probably find usually that they'll go away happier.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Someone, Pauline Watson. Okay, what stresses Ian?
Yes,
Do you
I
see
was going to
that
ask that too.
one? Thank you, Pauline. The quick answer to that is I tend not to get stressed, but I do get stressed. What makes me stressed is people that can't keep appointments, people that feed me wrong information, things that go wrong in the garden that I have no control over.
Yeah.
Not only the garden, round about it's. And what I do, that's just a couple of things. But as I said, I tend not to get stressed. If I feel myself getting stressed, I just stop what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yes, Ian. Actually, that reminds me of something we were talking about. You were mentioning that the stop, philosophy. So, would you like to explain that a little bit? Because I thought that was brilliant.
It's something we all learned when we were at school. How to cross the road. The Greek cross road. Stop and listen. Stop being exactly what it says. Stop. Go no further. Stop thinking about it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen. Listen to what you're thinking about. What did I say? Listen, stop, look. Look is the next thing. Look at what you're doing. Look at what you've done. Uh, simple things. And as I said, listen. Listen to what your body's telling you. Listen to what your mind is telling you. That's the three things that work for me.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's a brilliant concept, I think, because there's
Yeah.
stopping and looking and listening and looking
Listening.
is actually bringing you back to awareness, something that gets lost very much when we are in in a stressed moment. So what is stress is basically fear. It's we're in a fearful position, fear of missing out, fear of not being enough, of not having enough time, or of not having enough. So it's basically something we're afraid and scared of, and it's connected to a lot of anxiety. So that stop, very simple technique is brilliant, because it brings you back to the present moment and to awareness, and just looking around then in that very moment. What is it? Sometimes we don't even feel our own body anymore, or we don't even hear the surroundings. There's too much internal chatter going on that is very delusional. So we are not even in those moments aware of maybe a bird chirping, or something else that goes on in our surroundings. So that stopping technique forces us to come back to what is here right now, in this very present moment. And in this very present moment, you are here right now. You can even hold on tight to some I don't know, maybe you have a table to hold on to just come back to breathing in really consciously, maybe 10 intentional and conscious breath. If you can take them, you come back to your own body sensation. You will start feeling your body, and you come into your body. For some people, it also works if you do some yoga exercises, some stretching. Of course, it won't be the same for everybody. Everyone has different techniques to come back to that present moment, but that's usually what happens in stressed situations. So that stopping technique, Ian, I think it's brilliant. I love it.
Just
Yeah.
something that's always stuck with me through my life. Actually, something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And crossing the road used to be stop, look, and listen, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
The safe cross code, crossing the road. Yeah. Yep.
There's a comment from Tina Rigby, actually.
Yeah, I'm putting it on. Did you? There it is. This one, no? I'm with you, Ian. I get stressed with people who are always late, also incompetence, and poor customer service annoy and stress me.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you allow me, Tina, that I hope we're doing your topic justice. It was Tina that actually came up with that one to me with an email. I know your occupation is a time-consuming, customer-facing occupation, and you work to a tight timeline. That is a very, very stressful situation.
Yes.
Can I ask you, Tina, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, that would be good to know. I mean, what you were just saying, Ian, the time is pressure, or can be some of those circumstances that put pressure on us. Time, and then of course any other external circumstances or conditions. So I would like to actually bring back on what I had a while back. So just let me put this one up again.
While you're doing that, I want to say hi to Maria.
Hola, mi niña. Hola, mi niña.
And Ray Duffy, welcome.
Welcome, welcome. So yes, so again, Pauline, or Tina, pardon, sorry. If you can see this on screen, there are things that are in our control and things that are out of our control. And in stressful moments, yes, we can come back to this. Some people count till 10, some people breathe 10 times, just to gather and to come back to that moment of awareness, that we can actually realize what we are thinking, that we are actually becoming aware. Oof, my thoughts, what are they about? Am I like, say a dog is passing. Am I following that dog? Am I following that thought, that string of thought? Other people caused, maybe other people's stressful thinking. Do I have to follow that string of thought, or am I cutting it? Am I saying, oh no, I don't allow this in. I don't need to think about that. I don't need to follow that. No, I can say no to it. So that's where my own boundaries come in. I can always become aware of, am I getting sucked into something here, and am I actually allowing it for my own self, or am I saying no? I don't need to get sucked into that. And then, of course, how I speak to myself in those situations. Am I aware enough to give myself a little bit more, maybe, sweet words, a little bit more extra thought and TLC, maybe, because in situations where it's stressful, you personally might need a little bit more TLC. So how you speak to your own self. It doesn't need to be uttered loudly, but even in thought, how you speak to yourself, that makes a huge difference. And yes, those things can bring you back to the present moment and become more aware of what you personally can actually do about a stressful situation. Because oftentimes, in stressful moments, we think, oh, we don't really have a choice, or we don't even, it just happens to us. Life just happens to us, and we cannot do anything about it. We always have a choice to make little adjustments. Yes, of course, things are happening. There are many stressful situations, but the world is still gonna run, even though we take a moment of time to breathe and to come back to the present. Yeah. And back to a better self, a more calm self. Yeah.
I think the question I asked Tina there, she's just answered it actually by the first word that I said is stop. she takes time away from her desk. So basically, she stops what she's been doing.
Yeah, is it this one? As soon as I leave the office and try not to think about work, although it's difficult some days.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's our
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly. The feeling that well, I mean, that's a very good point you're making there, Tina. Because obviously you have work life, and work life balance is a huge challenge. And I know from work I did before that work life balance is very challenging at times to just leave the work at the workplace and not bringing it back home to your own home. And still, even if it's taken home in thought, you are still taking it home, right?
What
It's
happens
something.
if you work at home?
Yeah. Well, that is a very good point there, actually, and that's a
Then you
huge
get down the pub.
that's a huge challenge. Well, that's an option too, I guess.
I think
Not for me.
in the question of people working at home, it would become less stressful. They're in their own homely environment. I'm not saying that they still don't get stressed. There will be instances where they do get stressed, even at home. Again, my advice, this is only my advice, is just stop and go and stick the kettle on and make yourself a deadly teacup.
Good. Yes, I mean, the people who are working at home, they might be seeking to go out then. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yes. All right. So,
Just felt
Yeah, but I didn't get to the pub. Well, I did go to a pub actually, but I didn't drink. I had an iron brew for the first time ever. All you
Oh.
Scottish people there,
Girder.
they said it's
Oh,
iron
yeah.
brew made from girders.
That's it, girder.
I didn't expect it to be so sweet.
Yeah.
Did you think it was sweet? I don't know.
It
It
is
was
sweet. Aye.
a very special taste.
Aye. One of my friends' favourite drinks was whiskey and iron brew, and when she said that to me, I went, "What? Iron brew and whiskey? Yeah,
Yeah, they did say people put alcohol in it. I thought, well, that would make it less sweet. But at the moment, it just tastes to me like Germaline with sugar in it.
it is sweet. It is sweet. I'll be quite honest. I'm no lover of iron brew.
No.
You have an Ian brew, right?
I've got an iron brew. That's it. Aye.
That's it. Yeah. Diane O saying some great advice tonight. Thanks, Julianne, the balconistas, and all in the chat. Sometimes it's hard to speak to yourself in the same compassionate way you would speak to others. Oh, thank you, Diane. That's a very good point there. Yes, very, very honest. To be honest, I find that a very good point.
I think speaking in the hard to speak to yourself on that one. Again, going back to the stop, look, and the listen. You have to be brave and just listen to yourself.
Yeah.
Just listen to your mind.
Yeah.
Listen
I mean,
to your...
the same way you're putting on makeup, or you are taking a shower, or you are just doing your usual bathroom chores, right? That same time and compassion you can use to become more aware of, oh, that's the moment where I can actually say something nice to myself, or become a little bit more aware of the TLC that you might need in form of words, and sometimes it's life is so that always the case that we have somebody who's telling us those things. So we also have, each individual has the responsibility to give that kind of TLC to themselves. We cannot just wait until someone else is giving us it, right? Unless you have a Tim. Christine, you're very lucky there.
I am all day.
You too can have a Tim for only $39.95.
Exactly.
That's really $9.95. Actually, for somebody else, it'd be $1 million. You'd be $1 million, kid.
Oh my God. Great. And let's see. What else do we have? David says, working part-time and self-employed makes work-life balance doubly difficult in my personal experience. Okay, interesting that. Yep. And what Marie is saying, distress going down, canal listening to the birds singing, best therapy. Yeah, Maria. That's,
but you know what the birds are saying, aren't you? You know, it's a mating call. It's like me standing on the corner of the street and sort of say, anybody want a shag? It's not the same, is it?
You're talking about birds here, and we're talking about stress. I want to share something with you. The last week I've been busy in the garden, and there's a big tree right beside us. And I just took 5 minutes to sit down on the dike and listen. It was a bright, sunny day, and you heard the birds chirping away to themselves. Now, there just wasn't a couple of birds. There was 2, 3 birds in the tree, different kinds, and they were all something chirping among themselves. You're getting the different notes, high notes, low notes, then there would be fast chirping. Really, really relaxing. They talk about the water on the pebbles. That to me was just as relaxing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but they're either saying, "Do you want to go to bed with me?" or "Stay out of my thing." I mean, there's
the one
keep out of my area. This is my territory. Or hey,
the one that said that time, they were saying, "What are you planting? I'll get in there after you're gone."
Yeah, probably. Yes. And they're actually getting louder and louder. Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting desperate, I tell you.
Great one. Oh, I love that. Yes, but absolutely, nature is very rewarding and helpful in stressful situations. Then Tina's saying, what do we have? I have a great team of colleagues, and we've had a stressful or difficult time. We support each other. Talking about what's happened helps a lot. Yes,
that is great. Yeah,
communication. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Anne-Marie saying, I work part-time from home and find not having to commute to work is less stressful. I'm more productive without distraction apart from Tim's walk.
I'm glad I can help.
Great. I love it. Yes, the commute absolutely is a big thing. It's time consuming, and traffic can be stressful. Anything that puts a time pressure on us is very stressful, or can be.
Something that people people like myself like to de-stress themselves is get into their gardens and just do a wee bit in their garden. I hear some disturbing news today roundabout in Scotland. I don't know about the rest of the country. Maybe you might fill me in on this. There is many people have allotments on different parts of towns or villages or wherever they stay, and they go and they spend a lot of time in their allotments doing their wee bits and pieces, planting, looking after their things. I hear that many of the authorities are increasing the fees that these people pay to the local authorities. And I was flabbergasted to hear that there is one in Scotland and their fees have been gazumped 200%. Now, they teach, people are teaching you your mental health and other different things, mental health. They keep saying, oh, get out into nature, get out into your garden. But why? They're not encouraging people. They're not encouraging the good people that enjoy their garden. People that are maybe just on their breadline, living because they look on their allotment to growing to be self-sufficient, growing their own food, as one or two of them said as actually came out and said, we can't afford the fees. We can't afford to go to the supermarket and buy what we grow here. So what are we going to do?
Grow more.
But the thing is, these authorities and these people that are sitting there. I'm sorry to be going on about this, but I think it's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. What
I think the people who voted these people in are fault.
I'm not saying enemy. Yeah, I take your point you're saying, but I'm not saying enemy.
You're in charge of your own community, and if there's enough of you, you can change your own community. And it's people that don't change the community but complain about it that are the problem. So what you've got, I don't mean you obviously, Ian, but there's a lot of people that think the community, the town hall is them, not us. And I think that that's part of the stress is you feel impotent that you can't do anything. And it's not true. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is to organize. If everybody who had an allotment decided to go and protest and sit in on the town hall, and everybody was in solidarity with each other to say we're not paying the 200% increase, then it would go away because the person would know that he's not going to get elected next year.
Correct. Yep.
But they realize what they do is they realize that we're lazy. They realize that they can do anything, and you'll just put it down to, oh, it's them. We can't do anything about it. And there's going to be a tipping point in Britain where where you end up realizing that it's all in your hands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, but that's why, for instance, I would like to put that comment of Michael. Come to your own, to your senses means what do you see, hear, smell, taste, touch? In other words, get out of your head. So exactly, I mean, that's a very good example you're giving there. So if the majority or individual people, because that majority is made up of individuals, obviously, thinks a certain way that things are not possible, right? Then it becomes very stressful, and it becomes like you said, Tim, that you feel impotent, right? And that you don't not feel important enough and feel impotent. So that's why it's important to stop that, stop for a moment and actually come to your senses and get out of your head. Which does not mean that you're not using your head. You are gonna clear it so that you can actually use it. And let me just.
And the good thing about allotment people is they've already got the pitchforks.
Yes, that's it. No, my advice to the allotment people is get yourselves together and yes, go and protest about it.
They
I'm
are
sure
ready
if
to get.
it was me,
There must be an allotment society. There must be a president of the allotment society, and also the allotment society must have been consulted on these fees. So maybe the president's in on it. I don't know.
yeah, well, that's it. Well, I hope I've given somebody some thought. They could maybe
Food
I want
for
to see the
thought.
vlog.
go
I want to see
and
the
do something.
vlog next in 2 weeks' time. I want to see the vlog where you've gone down, you've organised the people, they've got the pitchforks, and they're outside the town hall protesting. And Ian's at the front with a megaphone saying, "Hands off our matters."
Exactly.
David is saying hosting an important meeting on Zoom is stressful, but not as stressful as driving to a boardroom an hour away and having to look after the tea and biscuits. Yep. Yep. I get you. Okay, good. Yeah, very good. Thanks for all those comments there in the chat. We will definitely go through them again. And it will definitely not be the last time we are having a discussion about this stress management. There are so many other angles to talk about that topic that is very much needed. I feel yes. So we
Uh-huh.
And
are
if anybody wants to come in on the last 10 minutes, the link is, I forgot to say, the link is on the timothydowd.com/live if you want to join in with your phone.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
we
exactly.
have Julianne coming up. In fact, I think it's coming up very shortly. Actually, something related to stress management, and one or two of the viewers tonight have actually touched on it. Anxiety. So, if you folks out there would like us to continue on that one, with we'll certainly definitely have a look at that one for you. The two of them
Yes.
go, to me, the two of them goes together actually. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. So you can contact us in the description box. We will have our emails, so you can email us anytime. And also for some inspiration for further topics that you would like to hear discussed. So thanks again, Tina, for your inspiration on that one that we talked about tonight. And yeah, we're coming up to the hour nearly. I'm going around the table. Christine, are you relaxed in your chair? Are you all good?
Yeah, I'm really good.
Good.
So relaxed, it's unbelievable.
Chilled there in the sun. Good. Nice and warm. So, what are your last words, your wishes for the week?
That everything goes well and we don't have stress, because I'm gonna record my memoirs again tomorrow. And then
Wow.
talk about my work days in the music shop.
Ooh.
It started and how it finished.
We might actually have to do 2 episodes on that.
It's gonna be a lot.
That's going to be a lot, yeah. Because you started at 16, didn't you?
Yeah,
Or 15 even. 16.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yep.
Next Wednesday.
Make
Next
sure to
Wednesday.
check it out. Yeah.
See, that's where the stress is going to come in, you see, because next Wednesday I've got to film Webbies and then I've got to be back for Christina's. But if I do the editing of Christina's at the weekend, then we can start the film at 5:55 and I don't have to be back until 6:30.
Yes.
That's what you call
Less
organisation.
stress.
Less stress.
Yes.
That's how you start it.
No, I start it automatically and then we just come in. It's a different stream afterwards.
Okay.
We send people over then
Okay.
to it.
Very good. Very good. I can see you have a plan and you have set your priorities. Perfect.
Definitely.
Yeah. Very good. Ian, my friend. your last words of today.
She saved your life right at the very end there.
Right at the very end there. Right at the end. Thanks, Dina, for your suggestions on your email. I hope we've given the topic food for thought for yourself and for others as well. If anybody is watching this on catch up and want to leave a comment, please feel free. And you can also contact me on my email address, which is, I think, in the drop down menu as well.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with something simple. When things feel overwhelming, remember, one thought at a time, one task at a time, and one day at a time. Thank you, folks, for joining us.
Yes. Absolutely. I love it. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. And we all wish you a wonderful week. Yes, stay relaxed. I was going to ask you, Tim, because I saw something on your channel, and I still have not checked it out if there was a video on it. Like the calm down. What was that about?
I got to do this now. I'm big.
Calm down.
I mean, I did get stressed. When was it? Yesterday, the day before? It was the day I published that anyway. And I when I'm screaming and shouting at Chris, she knows I'm only joking, right? But there's always a reason I'm doing it. But I never mean it. I never do it nastily, do I? And then Christine just laughs at me, and I'm going, "Why didn't you say that before I did that?" And then she just goes, "Calm down." And then it says, "Has it ever worked? Has it ever worked to anybody when you're going off on one that somebody comes and says, 'Calm down,' and you go, 'Oh yeah, that's a good idea'?" Never in a million years. While I'm big, I just want to say one thing. 28 people watching, 12 thumbs up on the way out. Give us a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to Juliana's channel. And if you are subscribed, share. You press the share button and you can send it to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram if you're on Instagram, and just say, "Oh, I've just looked this and there was a fantastic good-looking fat guy on there. Check it out."
We love it.
and I'll follow that up by saying, if anybody sees it on my Facebook page, it comes up on my Facebook page as well later on. Please share and tell your friends, share it about with them as well. And yes,
thank you guys all so much. Thank you for all you guys in the chat, on screen, and wherever you are watching this from. Leave us a comment after the show, and we will be happy to answer them. All right. So wishing you a wonderful week ahead, and thanks, and sending much love to you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye all.
See ya.
Bye.
Wouldn't want to be ya.